Now, which one of you has a bad back? Both?
Both of us are
Before we do anything, just grab enough space here so you can just rock back and forth.
Get some ball action.
Get some ball action. And this is an important movement too, you'll see in Jiu-Jitsu, because it's all about kind of your posture and keeping a ball. So something that I'll show you that is really basic in Jiu-Jitsu, but like I said, a lot of stuff revolves around kind of hip movement. So this is what we just call a shrimp, a hip escape. And then I'll show you why it's important. If you can warm up in a way that uses a movement you're using Jiu-Jitsu, that's better. And that was something that a lot of Americans got wrong. They're like, train hard. This guy Dan Gable, he was like the best American wrestler of all time. He used to wake up in the middle of the night and he used to start doing push-ups. And they said, why did you do this? He said, because I knew that I knew that the Russians, that they were doing more push-ups than me. But you know what the Russians were doing? They were sleeping. And that's why the Russians were better. They would actually make rest a part of the recovery. Whereas Americans were going really hard. And that's how you end up with Americans who win a gold medal, never compete again, and Russians who go to 2, 3, 4 Olympics. So, I'm gonna show you a basic hip escape. So I'm gonna start on my back here, okay? Now, my goal is to turn to my side and to get my hips out. So, let me show you first what a hip escape is not. It's not rolling over. What it is I'm putting this foot down and I'm moving my hip out. You see how I create that crease? Let me see you guys try that.
Take this foot down. Let me get some more ball action.
I'll observe as your sensei. I won't say master because of the optics.
Yeah, this is not a good try.
Slide that hip out, yeah. Good, perfect, that's perfect.
Left foot down.
Yep.
Right shoulder pin.
Yep. You just got had it, what are you doing? The more you can be on your side and your hip out, the better it is. That was really good. This is the easiest time in the world to tell them apart. Go by the gi color. Give them your names to the camera.
Name's Keith. I'm Keith, dumbass. He's Kevin, he's Ryan.
Which one do I shoot?
Keith.
Keith, you're slacking.
Trying to get this one right here.
What
are you trying to do it so fast for? Get your form down right first.
That's enough. Now let me show you why this matters, why it's important. So let's say you move my leg, you're trying to get down here to pin me, okay? What I'm gonna do here, look, is shrimp out.
All that damn shrimp action.
All that damn shrimp action. And then right here, I got your arm for a nice arm bar choke for me. Thank you. I appreciate. Kind of Jiu-Jitsu is a system, right? And what we're trying to do with Jiu-Jitsu is take someone to the ground, advance position to a point where I can inflict maximum damage and control, and you can't inflict that on me, and then submit you. A lot of people see the submissions are like, oh, I want to grab an arm, I want to grab a choke. But there are quite a few things that happen before that. So, if you're on your back and I take you down, yes, everyone says it seems really gay, you're gonna close your legs around my torso, so hook your legs. Yeah.
Submissionary action right here.
This is exactly what it is. It's basically, and people are like, oh, this is gay. And I understand that.
It's gay as
You know what I think is more gay? Is getting caught here when you don't know what to do and getting raped.
Oh man.
So being ready to not, so now this is a problem, and I'll show you why this is a problem for me because there's literally nothing, if you know what you're doing, there's nothing I can do from you if you have legs around me and you're controlling, you're grabbing a grip. So this is the guard position. Now let's assume that I've broken his leg, opened his legs, I've gotten around. Now close your legs around one leg here. This is what we call a half guard position. Now I have some options, he has some options, but I don't have full control. So I want to get past his legs so I can submit him. Now let's say I get past his legs, a basic kind of pass from half guard is I get here, this is what we call side control. And the goal here is to keep you pinned, keep my weight on you, and I have some submissions here, there's not a whole lot you can do to me.
Some side action.
This is
got some beard action.
Some side action. Now, this is great in grappling, but let me show you the advantage. I want to show you all the positions. I get to, yeah, it's called mount. Now this is, see him pass his legs, he has no control here. It's a street fight, I can wail on him, I can submit him. The final position, which we're not gonna necessarily go over, is sometimes if you mount a guy and you start hitting him, he turns over to his belly. So you turn over, stomach down, yep, and now I have his back. And that's where I can choke him, I can do a lot of damage. So that's kind of the advancement of positions, is taking someone down, and a big part of the battle in Jiu-Jitsu is getting past the legs and the guard. And the reason for that is a guy gets really good on his back, he can do a lot of damage if he's using his legs. In Jiu-Jitsu, you know, I'm better than you. If you come spicy, I'm gonna roll spicy. You come switch, I roll switch. So, I can do this, apply this in a way so that it doesn't really feel uncomfortable to you.
Your
Now,
coach was a terrorist?
What?
Your coach was a terrorist?
So, but if I want to really control you, what I'm gonna change is put all my weight on my hips and pin you down. So right now I'm gonna go kind of light. Let's assume I'm the ghost of Robert Berg, and I want to do some damage here. So get me off you.
Get you off?
Get me. Yes.
Mama!
Okay. Since you guys wanted to start, let's Keith.
Such a
Keith, come on, let's have you do it.
do some shrimp action, man.
Do your shrimp. Some people, it's called prawn. It's like shrimp, but bigger, and it costs more. When I go to markets,
Just kill me.
now we're gonna switch the roles. So all you're gonna do is keep me from getting out or getting on top. Okay?
Get ass. Hey, let me do it again, man.
You wanna do
Give
it
me
again?
one more chance, man.
All right. One more chance. All right.
Hold up, man. I ain't ready yet.
All right. Tell me when you're ready.
Okay, ready.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's strong and
Now it's gonna take the ass. How could a man be raped? Very easily. Don't nobody jiu-jitsu. Oh shit.
You want to do it, Keith? Smooth Manny here can do that. He's a killer at that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that smiling. Holding the camera.
All right. So, you're just not letting me get up.
That's a good foot action there.
Will it hurt? All right.
Alright, let's do it.
Check your base. And then bang, bang, bang. I punch. If I want to take the botch, I take the botch. It's all for me. So, let me show you what I did. So go back to where you were. Yeah, you were kind of low. And that doesn't really matter, but he's actually already given me half of the escape. So what did I do is, I need to, remember how I told you where your weight is, right? If I'm moving him, he's kind of supporting his weight on his arms.
Oh, okay.
So if I want to roll him over, I've got to make sure that, let's say his arm is free, and I bump, he's going to put his arm out, right? He's going to put his hand out, boom. He's going to stay on top of me. So what I'm going to do, it was I grabbed his arm here, since he reached under my armpit, I locked it. Now my foot went around his foot, and now all I need to do is bump my hips and roll that way. And roll. Let's say you're doing it right, and your weight is on your hips, and you're sitting back, and your hands aren't on the ground. So you're kind of sitting upright, right? So sit upright. Yeah, keeping your weight on me. Okay, well now, his hands are free. How do I get his hands to the mat so I can move his post? Watch, it's all on the hips. If I bump him, oh, now he blocks. Now I grab this. There are a million different ways to skin a cat. Some people like grabbing both. I like locking this and grabbing around either the belt, keeping it tight, and what I'm gonna do is bridge and reach for the start. One of you grabs the top, one of you grabs the bottom, and I'll show you how to do it.
You want to build a bottom? Yeah, well, anyway.
Oh, come on now. We're past this. Bump him with your hips a little bit. Bump him up so your hands go out. Bump him forward so your hands go to the mat. Okay, good. So now we're gonna roll him this way. What you're gonna do, Kevin, sorry, I keep getting Kevin. Kevin, you're gonna reach around his arm here, okay, and hook it, right? You wanna get him tight. And you can also reach around and grab his wrist here. Now, with this foot, you are going to bring it up and block his foot. See that? So that he can't spread his foot out or move his knee. So just roll over right to your knees. Boom, go right to your knees. Perfect. Now you're gonna do it on him, and then we're just gonna go back and forth. Yep, okay, hand to the mat. Now right away, his hand reaches around. Yep. Good. Pretty good, yeah. Good. Good.
You locked my foot, you
We've covered the Okay. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna teach you how to choke each other from that same position. So I'm gonna show you the really simple version of this choke, and then have you apply it to each other and myself. And then I'll show you a couple details, just so you see it helps to be strong and athletic. It really does. Simple version, palm facing me, ceiling like a chin-up, right? Goes into the gi, okay? So I grab his collar right here. Now on the other side of his head, like a pull-up. So thumb goes in, overhand. I go around his neck right here. Cross grip, and now I'm going to choke him, and if he doesn't tap, he's gonna go unconscious. You feel that?
Yep.
Right around your blood? The carotid
It's
arteries.
like my head's gonna explode.
Exactly, but it's not on your throat.
Yeah, it's not on my throat. It's like my head's like gonna explode.
So your mount. All right. So your right hand. Yeah, that's right. So reaching a little deeper, punch the mat. Yep. Okay. Good. Then that goes thumb. Yeah. Now squeeze your hands, and what you want to do is bring your hands down and bring them up to you.
What are you doing?
It's close.
Spitting all in my face.
Okay, close. Let's switch it.
I got
And have you try it on him.
Hey, get your face off of me. You trying to make love to me?
You could probably go a little deeper with this. All right. Okay. That's enough. Now I didn't choke you yet, did I?
No.
All right. Thumb goes in.
I smacked you like a slave.
You okay? You feel the difference? Here, let me have you both try and choke me here so I can kind of troubleshoot what it is you're not doing right. When you get it right, it's
I
fast.
know how to tap. I'm an expert at tapping.
Anyone, by the
I'm not an
way,
expert at choking, but I'm an expert at tapping.
anyone who ever says, just so you know, now that you've done this,
Yeah.
when people go like, oh, I've done jiu-jitsu, but I've never tapped, bro. You're like, bullshit. I know you're a liar.
Yeah.
Because there's no one who can go through their first class without getting tapped.
Gotcha. All right, go ahead. You suck, Steven. You die, you
All right, try it again. Try it again.
What the am I doing wrong?
All right, okay, I'll show you. Now, Keith, you come and try it on me.
Close. Actually, I think you loosened something on my neck that was kind of bothering me for a bit.
All right, okay. I'll show you what the detail is. Let's say this is Keith's head right there. His little just for men beard right in here. Here's kind of the detail that no one ever showed me that makes all the difference and you feel it when you do it. See how there's some slack on that collar? What I'm gonna do is squeeze my hands and brace my wrist. So I'm in here, this is all I'm gonna do. You'll see that eliminates space and puts the blades of my arms right against your neck. If I'm just trying to pull this, that's a lot of muscle. But watch how this collar straightens. See that? You're not choking them with the gi so much as you are choking them with the blades of your forearms. It could not be less relevant how much I bring my arms up, how strong I am. Once I get that, it's just this. Squeeze everything, roll them apart. Yep. Now, start. And just so you know that I'm not fooling, I want you to do it on your brother right now. Same exact thing you just did. Squeeze and brace and separate your wrists. So squeeze your wrists.
Damn.
Feel tighter?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go out and choke me.
Sponsor.
Yes, yes. Now grip. Grip your hands and
Yeah. Choked you.
Yeah, so he is having it tight and then you're just doing this.
Yeah, you're doing this, and that's what creates that tension.
Yeah.
Then you're just letting your body weight sink into the choke.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
And now you bring your elbows down and bring him up in your weight. I think that's probably good enough for the first day. If you want to do some...
My back actually feels better.
Does it?
Yeah.
I don't like getting around doing just because I feel like it aggravates, but once I got done doing it, it feels a lot better.
Yeah, if you do jiu-jitsu right, like if you're not going super hard. I mean, listen, this is one thing they don't tell you. In martial arts, the injury rate is 100% if you're doing it for more than a couple of years.
Right.
Like any sport, right? It's a contact sport. But they should be limited to nicks, bruises. Everyone in jiu-jitsu often breaks some toes or something like that because you jam it against the mat. But if you do it right, you should be able to do it and not hurt your back. And actually, Tokunawa there, he said it helped his back too, right? When you were doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I listened to that.
Yeah. Do you have any questions for him?
No, it's good.
Man,
But
thank you for showing me how much of a pussy I am.
Do you want to for shits and giggles? You want to do some free rolling? One of you with me, or we'll just kind of.
no, let's take baby steps.
Take baby steps.
All right, baby steps.
Here endeth the lesson